Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited. Oh, I cannot believe this. This I got this package from John Bead from Carmi, and she let me pick whatever I wanted. So I thought, since I was like really going nuts over the mini duos that she sent me, I wanted to play with them some more. So I picked a bunch of mini duos, and these are bulk packages, so there's lots. I'm so excited. So I'm getting ready to put some into tubes for my sister. I'm gonna send her a set, and so let's take a look at these beads. And I have some samples already of things that I've made. We're gonna do a whole bunch of videos using these mini duos. So if you have mini duos you don't know what to do with, stay tuned. For the next week or so, we're going to go through a whole bunch of different designs, some older designs redone with mini duos, and they are so lovely to work with. And I think part of the reason is, as I was making some bracelets yesterday, I realized they're so tiny, they feel like a seed bead. So but it has that extra, because there's two holes. You can really do some innovative stuff with it. So let's move some of these aside here and open up a package. So let's take a look at the pink. Now this one here, let's enlarge this. This is Rosaline Matte, and you know what? I had come across a bottle of Rosaline Matte super duos that I had, and I included it in, I think it was a mermaid's inspired bracelet, and I was so I had like sea glass and stuff, and this really made me think of that. So I thought, oh, this would be lovely, and it looks amazing in a bracelet. So let's take a look. Look at, oh, oh my gosh, these are amazing. So even though I opened up a container of each so I could make some samples, I didn't play with them like this. This is what you should do with your beads when you get them. They're meant to be touched and played with and admired. They're so beautiful. Just absolutely lovely. Unbelievable. So let's go ahead and put some of these. I get these, in case you're wondering, I get these 50-gram tubes on Amazon. If you're interested, just put a comment and I'll put the link in for you. I think somebody, like, I get mine from Amazon Canada, and I think somebody had asked that was in the States, and they managed to find a link in the States for these as well. But there's a couple of links out there that are not, that are more expensive, so definitely put a comment and let me know. And when we're done this, let me know what your favorite color is. You know what? That would be unfair to ask me what my favorite color is. It's really hard to pick. So let's put this cap on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, what I normally do is I take part of the label off and put it on these containers if I can, because my handwriting is not the best, and some of the stickers that I use don't stay on. So, and I'm not like, I don't like stickers that stick really well, because then if you want to reuse your bottle and it's all stuck, that drives me nuts. So let's just do something like that. So it's nice and shiny. It's got that smooth part, and I'm just going to put a little piece of tape to get it on the bottle so that my sister Sylvia will know. She'll know that it's pink. Okay, Sylvia. I know. I'm going to cut this. Okay, so let's just put this on. Oh, I think when I cut it before, it it went further onto the, so I didn't need a big piece of tape. So that is lovely. So that's the pink. Let's do the red. Oh my gosh. And I'll show you the samples after, just because some of the samples use multiple colors. So this one here is opaque coral red with white luster. And this was one that was in the Super Duo containers that Carmi sent me. So, and I made a few things with it, and I'm just like, whoa, these are amazing. And I didn't realize there was a white luster. I thought the white luster, like that, you know, when you see the white kind of sparkle, I guess, on the bead, I thought that was just, you know, the shiny part of the thing. I didn't realize it's an actual finish. And then when you see some of the other finishes, you realize, yeah, that makes sense. So a lot of my favorite colors have that white luster treatment. So these are, oh, let's play with them. Come on out and play. Look how tiny they are. Oh, you know, they just feel so amazing in your hands when you're putting them together in a bracelet. It's just, it's really interesting as I was making stuff and, you know, feeling the beads in my hands and sewing them together in a bracelet. It reminds me of my mother when we were teenagers and we'd come home with a new pair of jeans. And she'd say, oh, take it off, I'll hem it for you. And we're like, no, we're fine. And we'd roll it up, that kind of thing. She's like, no, take it off right now. Right here in the living room, take your jeans off so I can hem them for you. And she would sit there and she would hem. And I used to think, why doesn't she use a sewing machine? We had one. Like, there was something about it. And now I think of it and I think of how she did that for us. It's such a special feeling that somebody would take the time to individually sew each bead together in a bracelet for you. So it just like is so exciting that we can do that for each other and to have that skill. So I just love these, that they give you that ability to do that. And it blows me away that I didn't know about this sooner. Like, I think if I was beading like this when I was a teenager, there'd be, who knows what I could be doing right now with this kind of design. Been watching some Craft in America, and some of the bead artists just blow my mind. So let's cut this one off. That. And sometimes if I store my beads in a container, let me grab one, because I know I get a lot of questions about how I store my beads. So here's an example of a factory pack of cubes. And so I have a container like this with 50 grams of these cubes, but then of course I have a full bag, and you know, if I'm not sharing it with other people, then I put them in these containers. They're nice and safe. And sometimes, now this one has the sticker inside, so I know what it is, but sometimes I've actually taken it out and poured it right into the container. I cut the label and just drop the label in there. So that's what I do with the bigger ones. Here's a smaller container. You can get these at the dollar store. I think there's like a container that has like 9 of these, and it comes in like a storage slotted shelf thing. So these are great too. So some of my different beads that I put in there. And then these are great because you can stack them on a shelf really easily. You can't see them as well as the clear ones, But I already, like, I have these in a clear container on display, so I remember that I have it. But I can always go and say, oh, geez, I need some more of these, so let me go grab this container. So, little sidetrack. Let's talk about these mini duos. My new favorite bead. My wife was watching me make bracelets this week, and she's like, "It's a good thing you had carpal tunnel surgery." I said to her, I don't know how I'm doing it now. So there's the red and the pink. Let's go to, look at this. So this is like an opaque yellow they call limon, and it is stunning. Let's get a container. Like that. Ooh, look it. These are so beautiful. Wowzer. I'm impressed with how big the holes are too. Yeah, they're really amazing. They are gorgeous. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to make some really... I'm going to make some really simple bracelets, but I also want to do some really extravagant, like, flower designs, maybe in a necklace, just because I could put more beads. That's the kind of stuff my wife and I talk about. She's like, I'll give her a description of what I want to make, and she's, oh, so you could put more beads? Is that it? I'm like, yes, of course. I'm like that kid that wants to wear all their nice clothing all at once. But mommy, I love it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to make the sticker go around a little more. There we go. So my sister, so this is funny too. My sister fell in love with the flower bracelets with the super duos. So when I saw these two, I thought, oh, she's gonna flip. And the thing is, I just decided, let me see if I can make one with the smaller beads, with the mini duos. And when it turned out, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Oh. So now, let's do the green. We'll save the gold for last. The green. Opaque green. Yummy, yummy. Okay, I have a confession to make. So when I was a kid, like really young, and the teacher would say, what's your favorite color? Now, my wife jokes, she says, yes, I know, you were a teacher's pet, right? I'd say, green is my favorite because it's the color of trees and the grass and nature. My wife's like, oh, please, Emma. But it's true. Green is my favorite. Oh, these are so beautiful. These are so gorgeous. The color just blows me away. They are, wait till you see what I've made with this. Let me see if I can lighten this up a bit. Some of the darker beads darken the camera lighting. That is awesome. Okay. Okay, my pretties. And we'll get a lid. So I hope everybody's doing well and having a nice weekend. I have a bunch of videos to show you coming up. Oh, and I should tell you, Go take a look at the John Bead Friends and Family site. The new Curiosity box is out. And guess what? I looked at the sticker on the box and it looks like Venice, Italy, which means Murano glass. So you have to go take a look at that. Order your box. Okay. There. Let me cut a little bit off of this tag here, so that more of the tape is sticking to the bottle. There we go. Oh, these are lovely. Gold is coming up. Oh my gosh. So these are crystal, bronze, pale gold. My new favorite metallic color. I was looking for some gold super duos to redo. I think it's from 2 years ago. I did the really elaborate Christmas ornament, and I wanted to do a Christmas ornament like that. So I wanted to get some different color gold beads, and I came across the super duos, the large ones of this color, and I was like, why haven't I not seen this color before? And it's just what's available, right? Okay, so that was done. Okay, we'll adjust the lighting for this. Get it a little richer there. These are so beautiful. Don't tell anybody. They're so lovely. These look like, when you're weaving with these, they look like real gold jewelry. It's just stunning. So amazing. That is gorgeous. Look at how tiny. Like, I did find that I wasn't used to like handling the beads that are so small like this, because I'm treating it like a super duo, which is a lot bigger, which is surprising, because every time I take out my super duos, I'm like, man, these are small, but these are even smaller. So I think once you adjust how you handle these, you'll find it's like they're so easy to use. But like I said, trying to pick up an individual one and position the hole with your hands and stuff, it's hard to do. You have to do it with your needle and kind of pick it. I had a needle here somewhere. Oh, it's on my mat. So much easier to pick it up like you would a seed bead. Just a regular round seed bead. So there we go. Let's put those away. And part of my handling is because I've had hand surgery, that this kind of the pinching part that I do with my fingers, because I had surgery on both hands, is it's not the best, but I still do it in the name of beading. It brings me such joy. You know, I say that kind of like jokingly and stuff, but it's amazing how much joy it brings me doing this. It's such a comforting feeling. Definitely worth the time and effort. And you know what? I am concerned a lot when I make bracelets and give them to people that's not their size. And then I think about it, or I'm shy to give people bracelets. And then I think, first of all, when has somebody ever said, oh, what's that? I don't want that. Of course, they're going to be like, oh my God, you make that? So the people are going to accept the gift the way it's intended. So yeah, I think we all kind of worry about how people perceive, but definitely when you're doing an act of kindness, something you made with thought and intention, they're going to appreciate it. So yeah, I was saying about my sister. So her favorite was the flower bracelets with the super duos, and she even did like a kind of a workshop with the ladies from her choir. I guess it was the kids choir, and I guess the women do a lot of the organizing for that. So she had a party and had the Super Duo kits that I think I made Super Duo kits for her for that. And yeah, so she made those. I knew when I saw these mini duos that she was going to flip out. So let's take a look at the flowers to start with. Let's make some room, kids. Oh, oh my gosh, look at this. Isn't that amazing? These are so lovely. So I did, took me a little bit of, let me kind of clear the middle of the screen so you can see this. A little maneuvering and figuring out through this design. The next one will be a lot more consistent. And what I mean by that is if you've ever made these flowers, you know that you can pull it tight in the middle, and then you can kind of see thread between the flower petals when you add the seed beads. But what I like to do, and let me see if there's any here that are done. So you can make them like this one here. Let me enlarge this. So you can make it like this one where the petals are all kind of laying flat and they look lovely. But then, let me see. It's hard to see in some of these. I guess I didn't figure it out. Some of these are a little more rounded. So if you look at the back, the Super Duos, the outer hole actually comes in more to create this kind of 3D flower where the petals are coming back rather than flat out. So what I did figure out is because you thread the mini duos by the middle hole first, whatever tension you put on that, that's how those are going to sit after that. So if you try to tighten the outer hole, it's never going to arch the way you want it because the thread won't move out. So I did find keeping it loose in the middle created this lovely arch, and I have a few that I'm going to show you with the different colors that you'll really see that. It's a totally kind of different 3D effect that you get, but these are lovely. Oh, and this is, look at, oh, how pretty is that? I just love this. The red is incredible. So there's the red. Let's move the thread out of the way. So since we're talking about the flowers, so here's the yellow. I wanted to try and do the different colors of the flowers to give you an idea. So that's the yellow, looks lovely. And this one's a little more arched, you can see. So the middle of the petals are higher. So there's that. Then I did this one. I was trying to make some earrings, and the idea was going to be that I would create kind of, with either with the super duos or with circle of flowers around to create this longer piece here. And I couldn't quite get it and I was kind of waiting to do the unboxing video to show you and stuff. I was like, you know what? I need to do the unboxing. We'll figure this out as we go, but you can see that it's so lovely. So you can mix the gold with the pink, and it looks so beautiful. How lovely is that? Like that. Then, so talking about mixing the gold with the pink, look at this one. This bracelet turned out amazing. So I haven't put a clasp on it. I think we'll do a clasp when I do the demonstration for this video. How extraordinary is that? Isn't that crazy? I'm still blown away, and I made it. Like the oh, it looks like I didn't pass through the bead on that one. Here, we'll just turn it around. There we go, it's fixed. The middle beads, these are 15-0 beads. They look like they're suspended in between. And I feel like these mini duos look like flower petals. So you have the gold flower petals and then the pink flower petals in the middle. Isn't that awesome? So cool. So lovely. Then there is, I had to do something with the green and the yellow. And look at, this is amazing. So I can't believe I do not have any 15-0 white beads. I'm stunned. And I know I have some, but I think it's in a product or a project bin. So I have like little bins that I put something I'm working on and whatever bottles of beads too. The reason I say that is I was looking at this one here and I was like, wow, this side part here, these look like lily of the valley. So you have like, you know how lily of the valley has the petal that comes out and then the big green leaves on the side and then the little bells, white bells. So I thought if I could do the green with this like that would be incredible. But I couldn't find the white beads. And I had thought that you could potentially do this bracelet with 11-0s. I think if you did the edge, you can see it's just fitting with the 15-0s, but you could potentially put an 11-0 in there and it would fit easily. So something to think about. Try something new. And the other thing too is you could change how many rows you have, stuff like that. This is flat chenille in case anybody's wondering. And you know what? When I went to do these bracelets, I went back to my own video to see, and I didn't realize there's different ways to start flat chenille. And I think I mentioned in one of those videos that it took me years to figure out flat chenille. Every time I looked at a video, it never made sense to me and it would look terrible. And I was like, how am I messing it up? Well, I figured out where the problem is with the start. So we can take a look at that. So that if you haven't tried it because you're concerned about it being confusing, stay tuned. I'm going to make it so that anybody, you don't have to have any experience beading. Just use the supplies I suggest and try the step-by-step method. You should be able to do it. So make these lovely bracelets. I just want to show you while I've got all these samples. If you're wondering the difference in size between a Super Duo and a mini duo, here's an example of the vertebrae bracelet. So now this one I did 2 cubes, and so you use the cubes for the outer part, but I used 2 and 2. I felt that was it. as far as I wanted to go for this bracelet. But I think the design that most people are familiar with, now this one I didn't do either. I did 2 and 2, and then for the next one I put 50 beads to make it like a straight line kind of thing. And this one I think I used number 1 treasures to fit in there. So, but you can see the difference, the size of the bead. Like, it's beefier. This is a little daintier. And somebody asked me the other day about what type of clasp to put on one of these vertebrae bracelets. So this one is like a hook and eye, like that. Super easy. I just used a jump ring. So you can do that with a toggle clasp. Just put a jump ring on there. Just make sure you have, substantial amount of thread pass through so that it doesn't come off. And then this one I used jump rings on this one. You could use beads to attach it, and this is another hook. One you can use magnetic as well. But there we go for these lovely. We got stuff everywhere. So big thank you again to Carmi at John Bead and to everyone at John Bead. This is, oh my gosh, it's like candy store time here. Losing my mind over the extraordinary beads and the lovely fun things we can make with it. So there we go. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.